Hey everybody, so today we're going to talk about something that will actually bring East and West together, something that really goes to our base statement that we are a HEMA class, not a HEMA. We don't follow one manuscript. We use whatever ideas that are out there that we feel can help us win. And the topic today is going to be HEMA katas. If you've done karate, if you've done kung fu, if you've done any of the Eastern martial arts, you know there's usually a kata or katas, especially for karate, that you will have to go through and then you will have to use to practice on your own. And this is so that you can, know all your moves intimately. And I don't see why we wouldn't do that for European martial arts. Just because we are from Europe doesn't mean we can't use the idea of the kata to help us better ourselves. So, there are 4 purposes of the HEMA kata, okay? Number 1, to formalize training while instilling self-discipline, all right? A lot of Eastern and HEMA is hitting a tree. A lot of medieval practice literally is hitting the pel over and over and over and over so you can develop what they call the swordsman calluses, which are around your fingers here. By the way, as we do HEMA more and more, you may start noticing that you are getting some of these calluses. I know I have them, okay? There's no formality to it. There's no like, this is what I'm going to do. This is my plan. I'm going to do this much today. And I'm not going to stop until I do this much today. It's just pel, 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 chug some ale, pel, 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 pel. And it doesn't really help your self-discipline. The second reason is we're adding Eastern discipline to Western power. Okay? Speed is great, power is great, discipline is great. Why can't you have all 3? Right? So why can't you have all 3, right? Wouldn't that help you do what you need to do? And I have noticed that Western martial arts tend to focus more on power, okay? Except for strip fencers, which focus on speed, okay? And Eastern martial arts tend to more focus on discipline. Well, we're gonna add this as a form of discipline to our Western martial art. 3, build muscle memory. All right. It's been a year. How many of you, especially on the first day when you came back, realized, oh my God, I kind of forgot how to cut. I kind of forgot how to block. I kind of forgot what to do with my feet when Tom 2 charges me.
I wasn't driving first.
This is what we need to do. We need to instill that muscle memory. You still have to practice it on your own even after you've gotten the muscle memory down, because continual practice is important in any martial art, and that includes shooting a gun, okay? But it instills your discipline, and then it gets you your muscle memory. And last but not least, once you have figured out some kata, because I'm not going to give you katas. Today I'm going to give you some examples of what you can do, but you're going to decide on what your kata is going to be yourself. And you can write it down using the little stick figure drawings that we've done in the past, or you can draw it for some of you who are more artistic, or you can just film yourself doing it once here at the park with somebody else holding the camera, and then just follow that every time you go. It allows you to practice by yourself. How many people here realize, feel I think is the better word, that sometimes, practicing by yourself is really boring, okay? And sometimes it's really hard because you don't have an opponent in front of you, to go off of. You will today for your katas today, okay? But I want you to be able to think about it and imagine it even without an opponent, so that when you figure out your own kata, you can do it. Any questions so far? Yes.
What exactly is a kata?
A kata, generally speaking, is basically a line of formalized movements that pertains to your particular martial art. That is repeated over and over and over and over. My dad calls it like doing your lines. You know, you have to know every bit, every movement as good as possible. So that's why we do kata. Okay? Then I'm going to continue on to high points. Number 1, these katas, once you figure them out, once you see them demoed, must be repeated over and over and over. When I will tell you, honestly, what my dad tells his students is, when you think you've done enough, do 2 more. Okay? If you think you've done enough reps for the day, he says do 2 more. Okay? Oh, so much easier to drink from. Anyway, it must be repeated because that's how you're going to get your muscle memory. That's how you're going to lock your brain into how we do things. Okay? One day I will do a class counter kata, but that's a different day. Okay? Number 2, slow is better. Do not rush. All right? When you do the movement slow, you're probably going to do it correctly. When you try to rush your movement, then that's when you're going to mess up. Doing it slow during kata means in battle, when you actually need to use it, you're going to use it at whatever speed that you need to use it. And you're going to find that your movements are going to be a lot smoother once you get into the pit after you've done some katas and you keep practicing it for a couple of weeks. 3, precision is key. The point is to build that muscle memory. So while you're doing a kata, how many people have done katana class with us before? Remember how we do this, the cuts and the stabs and we go across? That's a kata. That's exactly what you're going to do now with your Western weapons, okay? But how many people remember when we do katana that when you mess up, I make you go back to the beginning, right? Same thing. If you feel you've messed up, stop. Do it over, okay? It's okay to do that. It's okay. It's okay to mess up, all right? Don't beat yourself up if you do. Just stop, calmly, take a sip of water if you need to, take a breath, get some focus, find your 1 point, go back to the beginning, do it again, okay? And number 4, please, and in fact you're going to have to, make up your own, because I'm not going to give you a formalized one. Why? Because I don't know how you fight exactly, okay? You may feel you need to work your legs and your blocks more. You may feel you need to work your high blocks more. You may feel that your legs, because you're very strong and you're running, you need to work your arms more, okay? Moose has told me he needs to learn his movements more, okay? You need to feel that you need to work your legs more so you can get that lunge back. I don't know what you need to work on. Haven't really seen you fight since we've come back, okay? So the point being is, yeah, make up your own, okay? So there are 4 kinds of basic katas that you need to consider, all right? Whether or not you are going to make one for all 4, I recommend it, but it's not totally necessary, okay? A lot of these will require more than 1 kata for you to write down, especially if you're working legs, for instance, because there's forward, back, left, right, lunges, down, cuts, thrusts, stabs, okay? It is movement, it is attack, it is defense, it is stance. These are the 4 types of katas that you can make, that you can create, okay? Once we are done with the classroom portion, we're going to take a little break and then we're going to go out there and I'm going to show you some katas that you may want to try, okay? That may help you, okay? And we're going to take it, we're going to go this way in the shape, okay? And then I'm going to leave you for a time to find your own katas before we go to 3-point bouts and then end it with the wall.